So here is my solution. Now what you notice is, firstly, I had actually changed this to greater than or equals to, and in the previous lecture I indicated how it was that you do that. And if you want to do that, you just edit the formula, and rather than having just greater than, you can have greater than or equal to, and that's how that works. And then what we're going to do is test that this formula actually works. Okay, so there's the formula done. Press enter. Now let's test the formula. So if I put in $13,000, I get in here 0.12. I also indicated in the previous lecture that this is a formatting issue. And the way that you change that is just select the cell, press the right mouse button, go down to Format Cells, and format this as a percentage. Press OK, and now you've got 12%. And of course, for $13,000, I should get 12%, which is great. So that one works. Always test it on the boundary though. So here I'm going to change this to $2,000. What do I get? 2%. Is it correct? Well, it is. Greater than or equal to. And I'll try one more. So I'll try 5,100. And I get 5%. Is that correct? Well, greater than or equal to 5,100, but less than, obviously, than the 8,000. I get 5%. So that is correct. Now, that formula, it functions and it works perfectly well. But as I said in my previous lecture, the big problem here is that if you want to change the discount rules, you have to edit the formula and change either the price points or the discount levels. And that's not flexible. That's not the approach that you would take to building a business system. So in this lecture, what we're going to do is look at how you can modify your approach to this problem, but still include the discount rules directly. So that if you change anything on the table, the formula will take care of those changes automatically. What we would really like to be able to do is to have the rules set up in the spreadsheet and for the formula to directly reference the information so that when you change the rules, the calculations are automatically correct without having to modify the formula in any way. Imagine that you've just employed somebody and their only job is to change your discount rules when you tell them to. They don't know anything about Excel formulas and wouldn't know how to edit one, but they have eyes and they can type. So their job is to change the rules when you tell them to. The formula will take care of coming up with the right result for any customer order value. How do you achieve this? Well, the first thing you need to do is to set up what I refer to as a rules table. There are a number of issues to be considered in setting up the table. Let's set up the table first. Now it needs to be crystal clear to your employee what it is that they're allowed to change. So we have to make it as robust as possible. We put the headings at the top, order value and then discount rate. We'll be adding others later on. Now we want to put the order values in like this. Now select all of these cells and format the numbers to look like dollars or any other currency you choose. Put the associated discount rate into the next column. Format the table to make it look nice. So let's put some borders around the cells and embolden the headings. Now if your employee were to interpret this table, there would be a problem. We're missing the greater than symbol, which is needed in order to complete the information on the table. The problem, however, is that if we put the greater than symbol beside the value of the currency data, we will unfortunately change this data back into text and we won't be able to do any calculations on that data. So what should we do? Well, we can put the greater than symbol into the column to the left of the numeric data and format it so that it looks as though it's part of the currency information. So right align the symbol and that's it. It looks correct and the table is now in such a manner that any person looking at the table will understand what the rules are. So your employee will now be able to follow whatever instructions you give them for changes to your business rules. In the next lecture, we're going to explore how you can write your formulas to directly reference this rules table. And we'll also look at the advantages of this approach for our sole employee.